Waiting on the granddaughter, so make a video. Idle hands and all. Yakking with people on X. Haven't seen a good gaming discussion in a while, to be honest. But yeah, I think we'll make some anti-paladin classes for Dragon Slayer, maybe a necromancer. I like having villains with a little bit extra power, you know. I noticed that the cultists are just clerics who use swords, which yeah, your clerics can only use blunt weapons, and the specialty priests, I think, where you got to use the chosen weapon of your deity, that does blur the line about class protection. When I play a paladin, I got to play a cleric with a sword and get much better level progression. You know, they do level, but you lose all the extra perks. Paladins are fonts of power, champions of the ethos of their deities. So I think I'll make some anti-paladins as opponents. I've mentioned about maybe allowing the players to play a dwarf paladin. I've told them they can, and no one's picked me up on it. Plus, no one's rolled the 18 and decided to take a -1 off of it to get a 17 charisma dwarf. They're just like, 18's going strength. I'd rather hit hard than be the hammer for Moradin or Thanadur, as it is in Dragon Slayer. Whatever lawful good dwarf deity you got. Customize, personalize your table. Once you're comfortable with the rules, take a scalpel to them. Take a hammer and sledge to them. I don't really care. It's your table. If you're more brute force about it, you will find out that game balance falls apart, and then you get to a spiral. It's rough to take a rule back once you've made the ruling or whatever. Just saying. Careful what you do. It's like misreading tablespoon when it was teaspoons. Whatever you cooking, they ain't gonna taste right. I think I'll make some fried chicken this week, actually. I ain't made that in ages. So that's how my brain works. That's how random I jump around. So I've been enjoying running Dragon Slayer. I run 2 games. I've got nothing but praise for the system. It does have some glitches, some holes in it, but any broad rules holes in a game are just big spotlights on you, the DM. That's what we liked about BX, right? And Basic was it was so customizable, right? And if you wanted crunch, you played AD&D, and the first thing you did after probably 6 sessions was starting to house rule your AD&D games. It is what it is. You can try to play raw. There will always be holes in the rules. Players are like that. They try to find ways to make items stretch to do what they beyond their original design, and they will try to find ways to game the system. So that's the nature of players, right? This is their nature. I thought about offering invites to a few more people that I talk to about games, but DMs make terrible players. Everyone's convinced their way is the one way around. I'm like, I don't have much ego though. I got a little bit, but like other stuff, like, you know, getting offended, I really don't give a fuck. When you don't really give a shit what most other people think or say, I mean, what they say to you doesn't really bother you that much. Like, well, that's interesting. I saw, yeah, I got to make some rulings about stairs, of all things. There's 125 feet from the dungeon, from the bottom of this tower, to the dungeon underneath. And the party was getting ambushed on the first floor of the tower. And the guards, the cultists that were going to ambush them were aware they went into the dungeon hours ago. So they've been waiting for hours. So I took that into account for their preparedness. So when they get up there, the harpies are up the stairs further, and they're being harpies, and they detest everyone around them. You got to remember, these factions are held together by force, not love and affection, and not any sense of duty. So the cultists are waiting. The thrall, the dragon men are thralls, so they're minions, and then there's a troll who is they're forced to be foot troops for this cult, and there's a high level priest. I ended my session on a cliffhanger. I like doing that, and pretty much I think it guarantees people want to come back to the table. It will put you in a situation where you're minus a player sometimes, and everything falls apart. And then you're kind of like you got someone who's getting NPC'd, or you delay your game session. That's the pitfall, right? So you gotta watch out for it. But they were going to run. They said they were going to run, and they did. Now they did pull a hat trick out on me. One of the players used the magic item that had not been identified, and he said, "I just blow the horn," hoping it's a horn of Valhalla or something to summon these berserkers as a rear guard. Nope, it was not that. It was a horn of fear, which I'm like, which direction you're blowing the horn? And kind of danced around. He's like, just straight ahead, right in front of me. I'm like, okay. So I pull out the cone. I lay the cone down. I look at it. You don't really get the one in front of you. Actually, I should have expanded that out. And it's 5 feet at the base. And you're right, he should have got that extra dragon man. Didn't matter. The guy never hit anything. So the big troll failed his save. The big bad, the head cultist, the prelate, failed his save. And because he failed his save, especially with the troll, when he fled, he did not suffer the attacks of opportunity. In Dragon Slayer, when you shift, turn tail, or fall, or get up, and you're adjacent to a monster or another player character, they get an attack of opportunity. And I apply that to attack routines. And if you disagree with that, I fall back to AD&D page 76, I believe. And it says attack routine. Those creatures didn't get one attack in AD&D. They got them all. So that troll would have got 3 attacks. But since he was feared, well, attacks opportunity. So he got to disengage and not get crushed. Because that character had pretty good AC. But the troll attacking at D20 plus 7 plus 2 more because he had been illuminated by dragon fire, fairy fire. That would have been plus 9. 3 attacks at plus 9. D6 plus 4, D6 plus 4, D10 plus 4. AC neg 3. I would have had to double check. He has a defender weapon, so sometimes his AC is 3, sometimes neg 3, sometimes it's 7. I mean 0. So I would have had to nail someone down on that one. And yeah, if he'd hit 2-3 times, he killed him. He just obliterated him. So he saved himself. Didn't even realize it. Second hat trick he's pulled off for the party. But they're fighting. There's more cultists coming up the stairs as part of their big trap. And they didn't loot the bodies, so they didn't realize they lost all the lore, all the missives amongst the cultists and notes. They missed that. And some tools they had on them. So that would have explained a few things and filled in some plot holes or some questions they had that they haven't really voiced directly. Right? So, fighting on stairs. I usually give the guy on the top of the stairs high ground advantage and the guy on the bottom just regular. But movement. I've been thinking about a movement on stairs. Going downstairs, if you're double moving, running, does that impart some danger? You're in full armor running downstairs. I don't run downstairs. As a grown man, I will fall and break my neck. So I don't do things like that. But running upstairs, I do imply there's more exhaustion, and usually have players take a rest. 125 feet straight up, spiraling stairs in full armor. I'm usually like, you guys want to take a rest? And they always say, yeah. So things like that. I don't know if I want to codify any rules for that or just keep playing it fast and loose like I have been. Probably just be playing it fast and loose. Seems to work better for me and my guys. So we'll see. That's my general update for gaming with Bubba right now. I have other things going on. I'm not being able to run my barrel maze game consistently. We're going on 2 weeks cancellations, and that's usually a death knell in my opinion, but guys understand what's going on. We got trick or treat this Thursday. I know I'm going to have a house full of kids, so not bothered. But yeah, game well, game off, and get on it. Let's talk more walk, guys.